Welcome to the Power of Design podcast. My name is Jack Ossa. I'm an architect, born and raised in Colombia, South America. Years ago, I migrated to the United States to follow my dreams, and today I'm the founder and principal of Ossa Studio, a multidisciplinary architectural design firm in Charlotte, North Carolina. In this podcast, we talk about design, business, creativity, and the inspiration we need to create an exciting and powerful built environment.
In this episode of the Power of Design podcast, we sit down with John Martin to explore leadership, business growth, and culture in the construction industry. John shares insights on building strong teams, client trust, and long-term success through intentional processes and values-driven construction. Tune in to learn how culture becomes a competitive advantage.
John, welcome to the Power of Design podcast. How are you today?
Great. Glad to be here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's try this delicious wine. Oh, yeah.
It's very good. Where's it from in Spain?
Barcelona.
And
there is a region called the Penedès region, and that's where the wine is produced. Barcelona, yeah. But I'm Colombian, so we pronounce our S's very well.
My wife and I spent time in the Costa Brava, north.
Yes. Wow.
And Barcelona, but loved it there.
Yeah, it's awesome. And they've been making wine for hundreds of years, so it's very different. And this one is organic wine, so no sugar, no sulfites. It tastes very different. I got used to this one, and now that's the only one I drink. You can have
This is the only wine you drink?
Oh, yeah. I can have one full bottle and no headaches the next day.
Cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, John, thank you for coming. I'm excited to get to know you better, learn about your personal story, about your business. I've seen the logo of your business around for quite some time in Charlotte, so I'm always very intrigued, and I've known some of the people that work for your team, and it has been a good experience. So let's start by learning a little bit about you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, I first and foremost want to say that I believe in doing something you enjoy doing and having a purpose for what you do. So I think you'll hear that throughout our talk.
Sure.
I'm from Greensboro originally. I grew up there. My dad was in the construction business. He was with a company called Rentenbach Constructors.
Okay.
They were headquartered in Tennessee, and he opened the office for them. I think it was in the late 70s. So that's what brought our family there. And
okay.
He was with them for a long time until they sold to a business called Chrisman that's still around now. Chrisman's based out of Michigan. But anyway, so I grew up around construction. I grew up around business, and just kind of it's when it's around, not in a in your face sort of way, but in a very subtle way. I think you come to appreciate it later.
Sure.
I went to after high school. I went to UNC, Chapel Hill.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit unusual.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot of contractors out there.
Yes.
that went to UNC, and then I jumped into the business. I actually started off with an engineering company, ECS.
Oh, yeah. Wow! Yeah, I know ECS.
Yeah. And I was telling a friend today, it was one of the best places and companies to learn. And I was there for 10 years.
Wow.
So when I'm chatting with young aspiring people in the industry, or maybe they're coming out of college or interns, my advice is to find somewhere where you can learn, obviously, and stay there for a while, provided it's a good environment. And for me, I was there for 10 years. Which,
yes.
It seems like sometimes that's unusual. Maybe not nowadays, but my dad was with Rentenbach for 45 years. So for him, he was like, why are you leaving after 10 years?
Yes, too early. What kind of things were doing for ECS?
I was on I started off on the technical side. I requested, I said, I want to go out there and test footings. And I did that for a year. I felt like if I was going to learn how to market and sell the business, I should know how to do it myself. And so after about a year out in the field, I was business development. So new business and marketing and all that kind of stuff. And ECS at the time, and it was very strong in the Triad, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point area. And it was a fantastic way to learn the whole spectrum of development and construction. I mean, you know this.
Yeah.
And we're all parts of it. But that engineering, environmental, I mean, you're involved from initial due diligence when someone's considering buying a piece of property.
Right.
All the way till, doing some engineering assessment to figure out what's going on, and PCAs and geotechnical soil testing during construction, mold, asbestos, all sorts of stuff. So it was an awesome way to learn all aspects and just touch all aspects of construction design development.
Yeah. What made you go into business development? Did somebody ask you to do that, or did you want to do
my
that?
mentor there at ECS, I mean, there was kind of an opening. I think that I enjoy people. I like being around people. I like the energy of building a relationship.
Yeah.
And it just kind of was a fit. I don't know. It just sort of rolled that way.
Yeah.
And I've always sort of trended that way. And in my role at Fourth Elm now, I mean, I have a number of hats, as an owner, but I find myself, I enjoy the business development side of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I like, when I'm doing the work and, I enjoy doing the business development side.
Yeah, that's one of the things that since I started my business, because I was a doer, an architect for many years before starting my business. So I never even considered or, touch business development at all.
Yeah.
But now when I have to do it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And now it's one of the things that I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Building those relationships, making things happen. When you have long-standing relationships and you start doing business together, that's very meaningful. Mm-hmm. When a friend trusts you and say, okay, this is the project, and you said, I'm not going to let them down.
Yep.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to make them look good in front of their client.
Yep.
It becomes very personal.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't want to. You feel very responsible
100%
to do the best for the people that place their trust in you.
100%.
Yeah. And then just developing those relationships from the beginning as well. How do you connect with people? How do you find people and partners that are aligned with the way you do work and how you want to treat others, and how do you want to deliver work for your clients? It's important because not everybody is like that.
Yep. I agree.
People who do very different business, very different ways.
Yep, that's right. Talk with Noah, our business developer in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. Think about finding getting in the habit of finding ways to help other people.
100%.
Just simple, without the expectation of anything in return.
Yeah.
And when you think in that sense, within the context of business, everything else will take care of itself.
Yep. I always say when I meet people that you see, sometimes they're early stages of doing sales or business development, and sometimes they seem to want something too fast, and you can perceive that, and it's not a good way to sell. And I always say, never reach out to anybody unless you have something meaningful to give. And it could be anything. I mean, you need to get to know the person to understand what's of value to them. It could be a connection. It could be something related to their health or their family, or a connection. Like, who cares? Something that it adds value. And part of what I do with my podcast is that. It's trying 100%. To add value to the community, so they listen, they learn about our stories, people who are interested about it, and then giving the guest attention and a platform to tell the story and promote their business and show others who they are.
And that's giving back.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And it comes back one way or the other. I don't need to worry about how.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Love that. That's neat.
Nice. So you start at ECS, you're doing business development. Tell me about your progression.
So after ECS, I was recruited away, I guess you could say, by one of our clients, who was a general contractor, Landmark Builders. They're here in Charlotte. And so I was at Landmark for 4 years, four and a half. Learned a lot about the business, enjoyed it. Still friends with many that are still there. And we had the opportunity to start what is now Fourth Elm.
Okay.
And we started Fourth Elm 10 years ago almost. This is our 10-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was awesome. I mean, at the time, I like to say we had a running start. We were connected with a triple net, single tenant retail developer.
Okay.
And we were partnered up with some families that owned car dealerships.
Okay.
So kind of these two groups came together and said, "Hey, let's have a construction division." And so myself and Justin Gibbhart, who's still my partner,
Yes,
kind of bolted on to this whole, I guess you could call it a conglomerate, a vertically integrated developer.
Okay.
It's called GemCap at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we took off, and we started building a lot of single-tenant stuff, Starbucks, Sherwin-Williams, other retail groups like that.
Yeah.
While we're doing that for ourselves, we pursued and we're building, I call it third-party construction.
Yeah.
For other people. And that side of business grew and grew, and woke up 2 to 3 years later, and we were doing a lot more work for other people than we were for ourselves.
Yeah.
And so at that point, everyone said, "This is fantastic. We're not really." Y'all are, general contractors kind of once it gets going, it's good. You don't need, there's the resources and all that. We're not really need that. So why don't we just spin out the construction company?
Yeah.
And go do your thing. And
Sure.
so that was about 8 years ago, more or less, that we spun out and haven't looked back. So we continue to work with those groups. It was a nice. I'm proud of how that kind of worked out for everyone, and here we are.
That's awesome.
We just had our 10-year anniversary party. A lot to celebrate.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's a huge story when you start your own business and you start realizing and learning how all the statistics, and I think it's probably only 4% of businesses that start past the $1 million in revenue mark. Just 1 million, 5%. So when you start going up, 10 million, 15, 20, it's smaller and smaller and smaller.
Oh yeah.
And it's incredible.
Or just still being in business.
Yes.
When I gave our toast at our party we had,
Mm-hmm.
I did a little research beforehand. I think like 30% of businesses make it past 5 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So pretty something to celebrate.
Yeah, it's not easy, and it's to me equally difficult and satisfying.
Yep.
It's when you have, because I was an employee for about 15 years, so you're used to the paycheck and it's always there,
Mm-hmm.
and everything, it's okay. And then when I used to hear the term the roller coaster,
Mm-hmm.
the emotional or psychological roller coaster,
Mm-hmm.
and when you ride it, you're like, oh my gosh, this thing is real.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It goes up and down, and it goes up and down quick, and it took me maybe about a year or two to just get used to the roller coaster. Because it's always there.
Yep. Yep.
It's always there. It's just sometimes it's higher or lower and sustain it, but you just stay there and trust that it's gonna be okay.
That's right. Yep. Yep. So we rode the roller coaster. It was, I think, generally speaking, we've been climbing, and we're proud of that. I mean, I think it was neat to celebrate that as a team. Hey, it's been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But we're all here.
That's right.
And now we look back, and we've got 80 employees, and
wow.
We've got the families, and the clients, the trade partners, and our like our friends that are also our attorneys and our accountants and all that, were there celebrating. It's fun to kind of look back and celebrate that.
Yeah. So tell me about the your business.
Yeah.
How starting from the leadership team. What do you guys do? How do you guys divide the work, and then how do you kind of manage and structure the work? All the work down to executing the work.
Yep. So we have. Probably not unusual to general contractors. We have a pre-construction team.
Mm-hmm.
We have a project management team. We have a field services team. And so those are the three main. And then we have an accounting department. And then we also have a facility services outfit division.
Mm-hmm.
So It's 5 groups I just mentioned. We also have business development, marketing, administrative. So, let's just talk about when a project comes in.
Yeah.
Of course, initially we have a estimating, pre-construction. Within that group, we have both estimators and we have pre-construction managers. Estimators will generally estimate a full set of plans.
Yeah.
Let's say it's CD, or it could be a budget set or a pricing set. But that's their job, is to take a set of plans and work with subcontractors to get an estimate. Our pre-construction team, which is like Richard Alexander, who you've met, of course, he leads that group along with Kevin Maston. Their job is to work with design professionals and the owner to develop a set of plans, keep the design generally in line with client expectations.
Yeah.
Get feedback during that process. Push the process along with communication and PRAC meetings, and then give budget at the end, or throughout the process in the end. So that's a pre-construction group. We have project managers. Of course, we divide our project management group into we call them silos.
Okay.
There's 3 main silos that have a leader within them, and then about a team of 3 or 4 on each project management silo. And the reason we have done that is to create redundancy and kind of support.
Yep.
Any project, if let's say someone is sick or is on vacation or something else, everyone else on that silo knows what's going on with that project. So it's a whole lot. It's layers of redundancy. It's fantastic, and they can take on whole silo can take on 10 to 15 projects.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's efficient, but it also allows for redundancy.
Sure.
Field services, superintendents, assistant superintendents. Every project has a superintendent for the most part. Sometimes they can bounce between 2 projects, but generally we try to keep it on one project. And then we have a facility services and upfit division. So that's its own little division. Mm-hmm. They are soup to nuts. Typically smaller projects. Typically projects that are often do not require a permit, or if they do, it's pretty quick. Mostly all interior work.
Yep.
And some of it is self-performed. So we have crews or laborers that will do work, light demo, light drywall, some flooring. It depends on what the job is. Mm-hmm. And they'll also sub to our construction team.
Yeah.
So we all have those situations where punch list, no one, I don't know, whatever it is, can't find anyone, it's too small for a general subcontractor to take on. I don't know. Is it somewhere it's just, or you need it done real quick, we can bring that group in.
Yeah.
They're like a subcontractor for that gritty stuff that no one else wants to do.
Sure. And that's a good way for your name to be in front of your clients
100%.
As well.
Here in Charlotte, I mean, that small projects group is how we've gotten in with some of these, quite frankly, some developers that we're pretty proud to work with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Beacon, Childress Klein, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a really good way just to show people what you can do, earn their trust.
That's right.
Yeah.
So then we have a business development team and marketing, and we have an accounting department. So that's a basic summary of our team.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm always, the more and more I work with contractors and I'm in the industry, I'm amazed how contractors, you just take a sheet of paper with black lines and you deliver a building. Like this is a massive gap between what you guys get and just getting the work done. It's a lot of work. And doing all these negotiations with all the subcontractors and making sure everybody's doing what they need to do and making sure everybody's happy. It's a lot of work. It's incredible what needs to happen, that sometimes people don't see it, they don't understand it.
Yep.
And then how do you do it? Doing the best for your client, but also for your subcontractors, because they also depend on you. They also have families. They also need to make money.
Oh yeah.
And in an industry where we're all humans, we all make mistakes all the time. They order the wrong material, that it makes a mistake, and we all need to fix it.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Alignment, and all have accountability together.
Yeah.
The Power of Design podcast is brought to you by Ossa Studio. a multidisciplinary design firm focused on creating impactful experiences through the power of design. We partner with our clients to create buildings, interior spaces, brands, and strategies that help you deliver a successful project. As a minority-owned firm, we are committed to building a diverse platform of curious and driven design professionals so we can together pursue our full potential. For more information, please visit us at www.ossastudio.com.
Tell me about your clients. What kind of projects do you guys excel at? What kind of projects do you guys work on?
Yep. So we're, broadly speaking, we're commercial general contractors. So we do commercial work. We don't do houses. Typically, we don't do hotels. We've done some hotel work. In fact, we've done some hotel work for Cygnus guys, some just kind of upfit type work. But mostly we focus on commercial. So we love manufacturing, office, car dealerships, retail. We've always enjoyed storage, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Institutional, churches, schools, always have some of that work going on. Purposely pretty diverse. Most certainly in the Triad in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Here we're kind of figuring out, as we get feedback from clients when I say here in Charlotte about what sectors, many general contractors are focused on one sector or another.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of growing into what sectors we want to play in. But even here, we're pretty diverse. I mean, we're kind of following our clients that we've worked with in Charlotte and kind of what type of work they want us to do. So
yeah,
here in Charlotte, we've done some medical office shell work. We've done storage. We've done some office shell work and office upfit work. We've done some retail upfits and retail shell work. So it's been good.
Yeah, that's very similar to what we do. I like to stay pretty general commercial. You always hear in business that when you niche down is a good strategy, and I understand it and I like it, but at the other side, I like the diversification because you learn a lot when you do different building types. There are always these little nuances that are very specific. Then once you do it once, you learn it, and then you can bring all that knowledge and value to the other project. It really helps you at least get the experience, and now it's part of your portfolio, which most of times opens doors for other new opportunities.
You don't realize how it will sometimes. Sometimes the clients will ask, but sometimes they're already determined if you have that experience in your portfolio.
Right.
You don't even know it. You're pre-qualified before you even got there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What about how you guys manage your company internally? There are different things like EOS, or there are different management strategies. Sure. How do you guys go about the business management?
Love it. So, great question. We have every year we've been in an annual strategic planning process pretty much from day one. Okay, for the first 2 to 3 years, we effectively manage that ourselves internally. And we said, I was a facilitator, and we had our leadership team in the room, and we would get together once a month and create measures for goals. We do a SWOT, determine goals from that, action items to support the goals, tactics to support the action items, and we take off. We got to a point where you can only self-facilitate for so long.
Right.
And so we have, about 6 years ago, we engaged a third-party strategic planning consultant.
Okay.
And that's been fantastic.
Nice.
And I credit a lot to Kathy and her help. And it's created accountability with the team. Same principles I just mentioned.
Yep.
It's a version of EOS. She would say that what she does is better suited for us than EOS is.
Sure.
But effectively, it's accountability. Where are we trying to go, and how are we going to get there, and who's going to do it? So we bring in leaders of all the departments I mentioned to you. We actually just finished our strat planning 2-day session last week. So we put it all out there, and then we figure out how we're going to get there, and then throughout the next year, we work through the blocking and tackling of how we're going, of all those measures, and then evaluate it in the year.
Sure.
Do it again. It's been great.
Yeah. How do you go about finding the right people to join your team?
Great question. We have had the most success with internal referrals. Almost everyone, I mean, some folks have come through like headhunters or whatever else, and that's fine. But to me, culture is very important to us and who we are. And we found that if it's an internal referral, and what I mean by that is someone that currently works for us brings in someone else.
Yeah.
The culture part's already addressed. Much of the accountability is already addressed. And so, you can get to work. You can work on training and onboarding and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to worry about the culture part.
Yeah.
So people have been asking, gosh, ever since we started, but really it's the pandemic, how are you finding people? We've never really had that much of a problem. I mean, our HR managers, we have an HR manager as well. I forgot to mention that in the department. We have internal referrals and relationships in the marketplace, and I'm proud about how we've done as far as staffing and growing in a good way with good people.
What is the profile of a person who's the right fit to work with you guys?
I always start with culture first. Who are you? How do you work? What's important to you? If the profile includes a referral from someone that we trust, says, hey, I stand by this person.
Yeah.
Let's go. Of course, there's more to it than that. Depending on what the role is, we'll look for certain skills, but you can't necessarily train culture, but you can train skills.
You can teach skills. Yeah. That's a good lesson that I'm just learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because sometimes when we're hiring, sometimes I always try to, I think people are very similar to, the way I am. So I'm thinking they may solve problems the same way, or they may see things the same way, or learn the same way. Mm-hmm. And for me, my experience has been I've made the mistakes a couple of times where I place my hopes on that. I can help this person get there. But when it's cultural, it's almost impossible. It's either you have it or you don't have it.
Yeah.
And that's a good lesson that I've learned. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah. Tell me about yourself. What do you do when you're not working? What do you do to keep yourself sharp and ready to face the day every single day and grow the business?
So, first I'm married with 3 kids. Is that enough right there?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 3.
There you go. How old are yours?
17, 14, and 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you're a little ahead of me. I've got 9, 7, 5. So that's a lot of fun. It's also a lot of work. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
At least for me. You're probably natural.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably natural. Maybe that's why you have such good wine. Then.
Yes.
I don't know. So great family. We've had a lot of fun. We like to travel together. Kids are into sports. Kids are into the arts.
Cool.
Just being with them, trying to be. I personally, I love to mountain bike.
Oh, nice.
I like to be outside. In fact,
yeah.
My kids also like to be outside. It was fun. My
yes.
son, I said 7. He's now 8. He just turned 8. He loves to backpack and camp. I like to backpack and camp. That works out pretty good.
Cool.
He's in Scouts.
Yeah.
I was the Eagle Scout.
Oh, nice.
So that works out pretty good.
Yeah.
So we do some of that. I like to mountain bike. I mentioned that. I work out. I try to work out as a habit. So, my annual personal goals I've laid out. It's kind of like a CrossFit workout with some buddies and a friend of mine who has a gym in his garage.
Cool.
So I do that twice a week. I try to mountain bike once a week.
Yeah.
I try to do some sort of core exercise once a week. There you go. So I try to create habits like that in my health and business and personal life that you can, hold myself accountable to. I talk to my wife about these goals.
Yeah.
So anyway, love doing that. My wife and I we enjoy good food. We're sort of foodies. We like good wine. We like travel.
Yeah.
Places where there's good wine.
Yeah.
We've done. We've enjoyed doing family vacations. It's a memory-making trip, not a vacation. I'm sometimes reminded of that. It's a lot of work when you have hard kids, or when you have young kids. It can be kind of hard, but it's still fun, rewarding. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, so
we like mid-century architecture, mid-century modern
nice.
architecture. How about that?
Nice. Oh yeah.
That's blending a passion and in my work. My wife and I bought a mid-century modern house in Danville, Virginia. And have enjoyed that, and it's near. We also have some land and some investment houses and lake houses on Hyco Lake, which is nearby. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's that kind of stuff.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
What do you see the future of Fourth Elm in the next 5-10 years?
Great question. So we have a strategic plan. So I should recite that word by word, but the summary is this.
Mm-hmm.
In the next 5 years, we will we have some financial goals for the Charlotte office, most certainly stable and growing. And when that office is at that point, we're going to turn our attention to Raleigh. We want to start an office in Raleigh like we do with Charlotte. Mm-hmm. Continue to grow the team and the culture in both offices. So that's kind of our plan.
Nice.
We want to, I call it the 85 corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Really from Greenville, South Carolina, Charlotte, the Triad, and the Triangle. There's more connectivity, what we found, between clients and projects than I had imagined. So, my goal, from a business development standpoint, strategic standpoint, is to connect those dots.
Yeah.
Find clients. There's clients that may operate in one place and do work in another place. Connect those dots and kind of serve them with consistency across the market across the 85 corridor.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. Yeah.
man.
Just having the plan is half of the work to get there.
Yep, that's right.
To just believe that it can be possible.
Our team, our clients, that they appreciate and value that we have a direction we're going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
clarity.
You talk about hiring.
Yeah.
Prospective employees appreciate and value when we have a plan about where we're going.
Yes. Yeah, it's clarity. Just having clarity.
Yeah.
And there's a direction, and at least we know where we're going, and let's go there together. If we need to shift, we shift direction, but at least we have a direction.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome. My last question for you is, do you have any question for me?
Oh, man. That's a great question for me. We've talked about business.
Yeah.
You've talked about your family. Tell me about what you do outside of work for fun.
Yeah. So I also like mountain biking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, will you do a podcast on a bike?
That would be nice.
I've done a podcast on a run before.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. A year ago, actually.
That's awesome. My oldest son, who's 17 now, we started mountain biking maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Good.
And it was awesome. I mean, we had a really good time. And it got to the point that he became too pro for me. And he was doing jumps and 10, 15 up in the air.
Oh.
And the last time we went to Beach Mountain to do downhill. Ooh. I went down about 7 times. And the 8th time, I fell face first on a rock. The full face helmet saved my life. It split open in the middle. I still have it. And after that day, I said, I'm going to go to the small trails.
Yeah, do small cross country.
I'm not going to go after my son anymore because I got very scared. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had a headache for like 6 hours, but it saved my life.
Wow.
It was very scary. So that was last year. So I still do it, but now I just go do the trail and I sweat a little bit, 10, 15
What trails
miles.
around here do you like to do?
There are plenty of trails. Sherman Branch is one that I like a lot. It's really fast. It's on Min Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, Min Hill.
Have you been to Backyard Trails?
Backyard Trails. Yep, that one is right here.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that one is cool. Valentine Trails, close to Morrison YMCA.
Oh.
That one is nice too.
Will you take me out there to one of those?
Oh yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that one is really nice. Sometimes we go to Canuga Bike Park in Hendersonville. That one is nice. It's also downhill, but it has multiple trails, so I'll do the easy ones. That one is really
Near
nice.
Camp Canuga.
Yeah. Yeah. And Rock Creek is the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is close to Asheville.
Okay.
That one is really nice too.
Rocky Knob. No, Rock Creek.
Rock Creek.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really nice. Yeah, we got 2 Canyon bikes, really nice, and his is beat up. Mine still looks like new.
Yep.
So yeah, we enjoy that. So he's every day like buying new things for the bike. Like yesterday, he was he took his pedals and he was like sanding them down because he wanted to change the color and getting a new stem. So he's always
he's
like
really into it.
yeah, he's always like getting new things, and it's really cool. Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so I like to do that. What else I do? I also love wine. My wife and I started this business about 4 years ago, so we're always tasting new wines. We're getting some new wines to try, good food.
What kind of food do you like? What are some of your favorite restaurants in town?
So here in Charlotte, so actually I did that project about 5 years ago. It's called Bentley's Restaurant in South Park.
Okay.
It's French cuisine. That to me is the best restaurant I've been in Charlotte.
I'm gonna write that down.
It's incredible. It's delicious.
Okay.
It's here in South Park, 5 minutes from here.
Okay.
It's very good. We designed the logo and we did all the outfit for them. It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I do. Everything else is, growing and running my business and sharing time with my family.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you being here and very proud of what you're doing and very excited about what you guys are doing in Charlotte. And I'd love to stay in touch and helping each other.
Sounds like a plan.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Power of Design podcast. Please remember to subscribe, rate, and review if you like this content. And find us online at thepowerofdesignpodcast.com. I invite you to join my mission to become a better version of yourself through the power of design.